This has to be one of the most terrifying live streams I've seen this year. Today, we need to talk about a situation that took place in Santa Monica Pier in California, where we have 3 female Twitch streamers, all by the name of Emaru, Valkyrie, and Cinna. The 3 girls, along with several others, were attacked by a stalker just recently. It's a pretty terrifying situation. I don't want to drag the intro on for too long because there's a lot to discuss, and there's many clips that I've added to this video just to break everything down for you. So let's just get right into the action because it is wild from start to finish.
Oh,
Is that Emily? Is that? No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
yeah, of course.
Okay. Let's get a picture. Wait, but can I rap to you real quick?
This is Cinna. Hello.
I was waiting for it.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
My name's Russell.
Hi, nice to
Ray.
meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Emily, could you take
Rosie.
a photo?
Rosie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Russell.
Russell.
She can take a pic.
Oh, we can't because we have a.
We actually, we're on a time
What's
limit.
up?
Yeah,
you gotta
we're on
do?
a time limit.
There's
So.
no time frame.
Did you want to pic?
Oh, sorry. Excuse us.
Sorry.
Okay, so.
Do you need a photo?
Yeah.
No red flags here, nothing too out in the ordinary, just a guy that came across familiar faces that he may have seen on the internet, and he just wanted to take a photo with them. That's it. He shook their hands, he greeted them by name. Again, nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. You would think that this guy is pretty chill.
Why do they say rhyme?
Because his name's Russell.
Did you call me Russell?
No, his name is Russell.
Oh!
She's had a long week. I had a long
I
week.
am running on like 3 hours of sleep. Please forgive me. My brain is actually like lagged.
Alright, fuck. Let's take a picture. Fuck it, let's get one, Rosie. Come on.
Cute!
Okay.
Rosie too!
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good night. Oh, he's so sweet.
Russell's a nice guy.
So you even hear the conversations after, Russell, that's the guy's name, and the group depart, and the group will even go on to say that Russell's a pretty sweet dude. He's pretty chill, for the most part. Of course, he hasn't exhibited any toxic behaviors or any predatory behaviors in that interaction, or at least in this specific instance. And I think that's what makes it scary. So you're probably wondering, like, why are you even showing us this? There's nothing going on. That's the point. He comes off as someone completely innocent, just a genuine fan of the 3 girls, and things start to escalate from there. Now, again, they have their guard down for a little bit because they think, like, okay, he's a pretty chill dude. But then they come across him again at the same pier.
Proposal.
Yes, please.
Oh God.
Oh god, yes, I didn't see. Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say?
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
If you like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Sure.
Wait, so I'm gonna keep following her.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep following her.
Not another one. I know. You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
That's not how you really
Fuck,
riz.
bro, what the
That's-
fuck?
That's not the riz.
Get behind me. Okay. Oh my God.
Alright, so let's break that down a bit. So they come across Russell again. Instead, Russell actually just changed his clothes. Just earlier, he was just wearing like a Levi hoodie. I guess like a beige Levi hoodie. And now all of a sudden, he's wearing like a button-down, I guess, Hawaiian shirt with like a long sleeve undershirt. And now the girls see him and they're like, oh, like, hey, like, I guess he seemed familiar to them. Like, it hasn't registered with them. He said, like, hey, can I sing for a change? Like, as if he's making a pun on the fact that he changed his clothes. He then mentions, oh, change by meaning, like, your number. Trying to riz him up or something like that, as the youngins would say nowadays. And, of course, Emaru, who's the one that he's requesting the phone number from, of course, she is a little bit creeped out by the whole situation. She's saying, I don't have a number. I don't know how to use a phone number. He would ask her, okay, well, can you put your phone number into my phone? The girls suddenly start to connect the dots and they're like, okay, no. This is not happening. Not tonight. And they decide to disengage from the dude, only for Russell to say, okay, well, I'm gonna follow you. I can only imagine how the girls felt. Like, their hearts may have probably have plummeted, because again, we have an instance where you have women that will reject a guy and a guy would not take no for an answer, or at least he feels that if he persists on asking for her number or at least her time, they'll be reluctant to give him what he wants. So now you have this guy that is just hot on their tail. So of course you have the three girls, including someone else by the name of Emily, and then Rose, who's the cameraman, who is trying to disengage from this dude, but this dude is catching on their tail. And then things start to escalate from here.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not. What's up, huh? Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
Whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going on?
Security!
He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now.
Ah!
Kill you right now.
Fuck off.
Kill you right now.
Security, please.
Security!
So what we saw earlier in that clip, I guess Emily was confronting Russell and telling him to back off, and there was an altercation, and you can tell by the reaction of the three girls that something was wrong, hence why one of them called security. That's when you heard, I will kill you right now. I'll kill you right here. It was reported that he was digging into his pockets as he was saying this. Now, this is a very traumatic situation. I can only imagine what was going on in their minds, because this scumbag could have had a gun. He could have had anything, and people would have been injured, or worst case scenario, have died. Security will then come along and ask, oh, what's going on? What's the issue? And the girls would report that, hey, he's stalking us, he's harassing us. Of course, I don't even think it's harassment at this point. You might as well say that he threatened to kill somebody. Like, this is a very serious thing. The live stream cut off from here, but Senna and Valkyrie will go on to speak on the whole situation after the fact and kind of give us a little bit of like details as well as a conclusion to that incident.
We did not know that it was even the same guy up until he made the original thread about following us. We didn't click it.
He changed clothes, apparently, which was insane.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, he met us earlier, like 30 minutes before, and was, interested. Like, he was just a little cringe, and like we took a photo with him, and he was very nice. And he went and changed clothes, and came back, which is why we didn't know who he was. And I also want to say, before I say anything, like, if you even remotely think that Rosie and Emily did anything wrong, like, I genuinely mean this, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. Because you were not there. It is like fight or flight in that moment. And Rosie and Emily did everything they could to protect us. They did so much to help us, and they are not security. They're not trained to do that. Rosie and Emily are normal human beings like us. Like, they're not used to that.
Basically, as I mentioned before, they came across Russell again, but it didn't click that they were meeting the same dude that they met maybe a half an hour ago, because he changed his clothes. He kind of pulled off like a GTA, like, you know how you have cops following you and you got like 3-4 stars on you, but then you go into like a garage or something, or you go to like the paint shop specifically and you change like the color of your car, you back out of there, and then all of a sudden all the stars are gone. It's kind of like that. Russell did exactly that. He just met the girls, he came off, friendly, then he changed his clothes and started pulling some sort of riz, and then something flicked off in his head, and suddenly he wanted to kill him because he couldn't get Emaru's phone number. Russell could have been armed with a weapon, and Rose and Emily put themselves in front of that, of all people. Again, they're not trained security guards or anything like that. They're just doing these things because they're trying to protect each other and one another.
Also, it wasn't shown, but he like banged on this trash can in front of the security guard. Like, I don't know if you could hear it.
The way that we knew he was manic was he kept changing, like personality. Like he would get really happy and be really nice, and then feel threatened and get really aggressive very quickly, and was punching stuff behind us.
Oh, I can tell. He was all smiling for the camera. He was really friendly in the beginning. Then he changed his clothes, started spitting some game to Emeru in front of everybody, including the live stream. And then the moment he gets rejected, masks were off. All right, I'm going to follow you until I get your number. And then when he's confronted, something flicked in the back of his head, and suddenly he started to get aggressive, like hostile at that.
Like I said, like you guys, when that clip cuts off, like we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us so that somebody would step in and let us in the back. And we were lucky that one of the workers, who was not like questioning us, actually like believed us, and he put us all in the back. And they're panicked. They didn't know what to do, so they tried to bring us behind the buildings to help us, but we didn't know where he was. I think when we went in the store, he backed off because it was a lot of people. And so we don't know where he was. We didn't know where he went, and we had to beg the workers to hide us because they kept trying to tell us that it's not their fault, but they kept trying to get us to go back around where it happened and saying that he was gone, but we said we didn't know if he was gonna come back. And so we had to hide in a shed for 15 minutes until the cops came.
So these girls had to hide from Russell for quite some time. But then when they were escorted out the store or something like that, they had to come across the same area where they last confronted Russell. And they didn't know where Russell is. I don't know what the security guards at the pier did to him. I'm not sure if they said, hey, screw, get out of here, don't come back here. I don't know what they did. But the point being is, he's out there. He has not been arrested. It's not like they took him into Santa Monica jail. He is out there. He's at large. And these girls are terrified because they're afraid that he might come back to finish what he started. Now, there's this argument that's been going on with this situation, and people are saying that, okay, well, you know, Emeru, Valkyrie, Senna are very popular female streamers. So why is it that these girls didn't hire private security to ensure that these things doesn't happen? And there's so many flaws to that argument. The girls were sexually harassed. That's it. They were sexually harassed. They were threatened. Like, to the point that their lives could have been lost. People could have died. But instead, we're focused on, well, maybe if you hire security, maybe this wouldn't have happened and you wouldn't be in your feelings about the whole situation. And not to mention, we're actually ignoring the real problem here. We have a stalker out there with violent tendencies. These girls probably didn't even know this stalker was about to come at them specifically. Maybe this stalker has been chatting at their streams and they missed his messages, and this guy said, all right, well, I'm not getting their attention in some way, shape, or form, so I guess the only way to get their attention is to actually stream snipe them and meet them at the Santa Monica Pier, as they said they would, and I'm gonna come across them and give them a piece of my mind. And plus, not to mention, like, not everyone can afford private security. That's really it. Like, not everybody can afford private security. There are some people that don't want to pay for private security. Like, just walking out in a pier for maybe like an hour, 2 hours, just enjoying your time with your friends. Why do you feel you need to hire security for something like that? Just the point being is, we shouldn't be blaming victims for the crimes of another simply because they were existing in a public space. That's really it. There are many celebrities that walk out in the public minding their business. They don't really have security on them, and then in most cases they are completely fine. But then when something bad happens to these celebrities, suddenly the argument isn't about, hey, we need to catch this person, this is a bad person and this person needs to be held accountable for their crimes. Instead, the argument is, well, you're a celebrity, what do you expect? Why are you walking out in public with no security guard? It makes no sense. Again, no one knows where this guy went. The police arrived 15 minutes later, as the girls mentioned. They couldn't really find the dude. It just sucks all around. And I really hope these girls get some closure and they can move on from this, as they said they would. But I can understand that this is traumatic and it's only going to take time to overcome that trauma. But until then, that's really all I have for y'all. That's my take on the whole situation. Take care, everybody. Peace.